We did Robert Reich, and it's by me, Matthew Fry, and Adam Finn. Some facts about him. His full name is Robert Bernard Reich. He was born on June 22nd, 1946 in Scranton, Pennsylvania. He is currently still alive, and he is 66 years old. He was the 22nd Secretary of Labor under Bill Clinton. He wrote a play in 2005 that was entitled Public Exposure. I thought that was interesting. He has his own website from Tumblr, made it up, that he writes about politics and the economy of the day. It wasn't really much about his early life, but I found a few things about it. Is that he was the son of Mildred Dorff and Edwin Saul Reich. His father owned a women's clothing store, which is interesting. He was an only child. He didn't have any siblings. At his public school, it was John Jay High School, and he was the brightest kid in his class. He was a law clerk for the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Chief Judge from 1973 to 74, and from 1974 to 76, he was the assistant to the U.S. Solicitor General, Robert Bork. He had a lot of education, like a lot of the other people in the book. He attended John Jay High School in Cross River, New York. He attended Dartmouth College, where he received a Bachelor's of the Arts and was a summa cum laude at it. He won the Rhodes Scholarship, which is a scholarship you can win that will allow you to go to Oxford in England to work and do study there for philosophy, politics, and economics. And he received his master's there. He earned a doctorate degree from law school at Yale, and where he became friends with Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, and Richard Blumenthal. He currently teaches at Berkeley University in California, but he used to work at John F. Kennedy School of Government, Brandeis University, and Heller School for Social Policy and Management. And he is married to Claire Dalton, married her in 1973. He has 2 children, Sam and Adam Wright. He currently lives in Berkeley, California. He became friends with Bill Clinton and later became the Secretary of Labor. He is a Democrat and expresses his own opinions on Democratic representatives. On his blog, he writes about the economy and which representatives he likes and what he doesn't like about them. He writes on almost all the social networks of the day. He has a Facebook, a Twitter, a Tumblr. He writes on Reddit, almost every single one of them. And this is really interesting. He has a disease called Fairbanks disease, which is a bone disease that stops the growth of your bones. So he's only 4 foot tall and 10.5 inches. He has 16, maybe 17 books now. He has a lot of works on economics. And only about, I think, 3 or 4 of them were really important to society. Continue.
This is just
Like the Work of Nations is probably his biggest one. His, the one in the book is actually an essay he wrote while he was at one of the universities. It is not a book. So he just wrote that for, he wrote that at Oxford for one of his classes, and he decided to publish it. Can you continue? His latest 2, in 2002 and 2012, are really big, apparently. When I didn't notice this, but I never noticed until I started reading about the book, reading the summary of it and everything, that it's really, his work is really influential in economics today. Continue. He's actually won a few awards, but nothing too big. He won a U.S. Documentary Special Jury Award at the Sundance Film Festival, which was kind of interesting. He has a prestigious prize from Vaclav Havel Foundation, and it was from the former Shez president. I'm not sure which one it was. I couldn't find his name. But it was from the president, which is interesting. And a poll of cabinet experts conducted by Harris newspaper, they rated him the most effective cabinet secretary during the Clinton administration. And under his leadership, the Department of Labor won over 30 awards. He wrote back in the 1990s because of the poor economy and the work choices for America. He didn't like how everything was being run after he was out of office. He talked about a lot of NAFTA in his essay, which destroyed jobs for countless middle class and poorer citizens. And he wanted to inform people about why the economy was getting worse and why they couldn't get any jobs. He also wanted to say his own thoughts on economics and explain an idea that the economy could be in danger of collapsing at any time. And he likes to write for the future of Americans today and wants to see it succeed.
The rhetorical situation. The title of the book, obviously, as we've been reading, is Why the Rich Are Getting Richer and the Poor Poorer. The author, Robert Bernard Reich. Audience, to Americans, because it's mainly about the American economy. The context is that Reich sees how the government's changing and how the economy is starting to decline, and so are jobs. He believes that his views will help Americans stop this loss of jobs and the rising deficit. The purpose of this was to educate and inform the Americans that why the economy is pretty much getting worse. And the topic is that Reich's main concern was that America is getting worse as the economy continues on its current path due to large company taking its job to other countries, thanks to NAFTA. Henceforth, causing people in America to lose money, poor getting poorer, and the companies getting all the money, rich getting richer. Effects on society. You informed the populace that NAFTA is taking jobs from America. As I said before, Reich was also part of Bill Clinton's presidency, in a sense, because since all the bills that Bill Clinton probably made, he was part of them as well. And he was the creator of the Family and Medical Leave Act, which increased minimum wage. This bill was signed by Bill Clinton on February 5th, 1993, but was created by Reich. Relevance to today, he is part of just about every social network. Tumblr, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook. He updates them constantly, answers questions on Reddit.
Yeah, I found a Q&A session he did on Reddit where he answered over about 200 questions from people.
What I liked, someone asked him, if he had the chance, would he go back into office for just about anything? He said, absolutely no. Because he hated it. His writings and comments helped to develop a new mindset for the populace of America. And obviously we're talking about him in English class.
That's references.
Those are the references.